So let's see some scenarios here. So what exactly is being applied here? Force. Even here, force is being applied. And even in this case, force is being applied. And even here, the force is being applied. So in all these scenarios, force is being applied. But do you know that each one of them is using a different type of force? That is, not all of them are the same type of force being applied. So you see, even force has different types. So first of all, let's understand what force is. So we know that when we talk about force, it is applied everywhere. Whenever we are working, we are doing any work, we are applying force. So here the force is being applied on the ball, the force is being applied on the box to hold it, and force is being applied on the knife so that we can cut vegetables. So all work requires us to apply a force. So force is involved in any work which we do. Now here the man is applying a great force to pull up these weights. Now what exactly is he using to apply this force? Well, he is using his strong muscles, isn't it? It's because of his muscles that he's able to apply such a great force on the weights. So we can say that he's applying a muscular force on the weights, isn't it? Yes, the man is applying muscular force on the weights, because of which he's able to pull the weights up. Here, in this case, what exactly is happening? Well, horse is applying a pull force on the cart, isn't it? And how is it applying a pull force? What exactly is it using? Well, it is using again its strong muscles. So even here a muscular force is being applied. So the horse is applying a muscular force in order to apply a pull force on the cart. So you see, here again muscular force is being used. Now when we cycle, what do we do exactly? Well, we apply a push force on the pedals of a bicycle. And when that happens, where do we get the strength for it? What do we use to apply that force? We again use our muscles, isn't it? So even here a muscular force is being applied. And what do you think about this? Well, what force is being applied by the man and the donkey? What do you think? Well, both of them are applying muscular force on each other. Now another important thing which you can note here is that in both the cases muscular force is being applied, but it is applied in different directions. So while man is applying the force in this direction, the donkey is applying the force in this direction, and that is why both are unable to move. So you see, direction of force is also very important. So in both the cases muscular force is being applied, but in opposite directions. Now you can see here that in all the cases muscular force is being applied. So we apply a lot of muscular force in different scenarios in our lives. So in order to pull the box, again muscular force is being applied, and to lift the dumbbell muscular force is being applied, even to throw the ball or to bowl muscular force is being applied, and to pull the cart again the horse is applying a muscular force on the cart. So what exactly is muscular force? Well, the force which is exerted by body muscles is called muscular force. So whenever body muscles apply a force, then we say that it is muscular force. Now another important thing which you need to notice is that whenever you trip, what exactly happens? Well, we trip and fall down on the ground. You see, the man is falling down on the ground. That is, he is falling down towards the ground. Even the water in his glass is falling down towards the ground. Now, what happens in case of the fountain? Well, water is forced up in the air. But what happens? Well, it eventually comes down. So every time it is forced up, it eventually comes down. So you see, water forced up finally comes down. So you see, even in the case of water, what do we see? Every time it is forced up, it comes down towards the earth. Now, what happens with fruits? Well, fruits fall down on the ground. So, whenever fruits will fall, they will fall down on the ground. They will never rise up in the air. They will always fall down towards the ground, isn't it? So, can you tell me, why does everything come down towards the ground? Is something pulling all these things towards it? Is it so? Because whenever you see, all the things fall towards the ground. So what exactly is pulling them towards the ground all the time? Well, actually, the earth applies a pull force on all objects, and that is why whatever is free, it actually falls towards the earth, because earth is applying a pull force on every object. And what do we call this force? Well, this force is called gravitational force. So what do we see? Every object which falls down, basically earth is applying a gravitational force on that object. So what is gravitational force? Well, earth applies a pull force on all objects, and this pull force applied by earth is called gravitational force. And that is the reason why every time you throw a ball up, it comes down. Whenever the ball will go up, eventually it will come down. That is because the earth is attracting the ball towards it. Or we can say that earth is applying a gravitational force on the ball, because of which the ball comes down towards the earth. Now, another type of force is here. So what do you see here exactly? Well, it is a piece of magnet, and it is coming close to a huge number of iron pieces. And what is happening? Well, as you bring it close to the iron pieces, it starts attracting all of them towards it. So what exactly is the magnet doing? Well, the magnet is applying a pull force on all these iron pieces. And what type of force is this? Well, this pull force is applied by the magnet on iron pieces. Well, it has a name. It's called a magnetic force. So you see, force exerted by magnets on iron objects is called magnetic force. So you see, the magnet will always try to apply a pull force on any iron object, and this force is called a magnetic force. Now here we'll see a bowling game, and the ball has been thrown by a very experienced bowler. But what happens exactly? Well, the ball just stops by itself without any force being applied on it. So what exactly happened here? Well, no visible force was applied against the ball. Then why did the ball stop? And that is a very valid question. There was no force, or at least no visible force applied on the ball, and the ball was going on its course. Then why did it stop? Well, because there was an invisible force which was being applied on the ball, and it slows any moving object down. So you see, the ball was moving, because a force had been applied on it, and it should have been moving in the same speed altogether, but slowly it became slower and slower. So initially it was fast, and then from fast it became slow, and finally it stopped because there was an invisible force which was being applied on the ball. So you see, this invisible force acts on objects moving over another object. And what force is this? Well, this force is called friction. So when one object moves over another object, then a frictional force is being applied by one object over another object, and because of which it slows down and finally stops. So you see, this invisible force is friction. So what is frictional force? Well, the resistance that one surface or object faces when moving over another. So you see, even in this case, the box is moving over this table, and so the table is applying a frictional force on the box, and this is an invisible force which any object applies on an object moving over it. So this is what we call frictional force, and it is invisible. So you see, every time we apply a force, we don't apply same type of force. There can be different types of force which we apply on different objects. So while every time it will be a push or a pull, but it can be a muscular force, it can be gravitational force, it can be magnetic force, or it can be the invisible frictional force. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge, or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English, and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.